I feel like it's sexy. It's a sexy. I mean, it has to be. For this video, we gotta be sexy. If you're curious on understanding why your most revolutionary act might be between the sheets, then I invite you to keep watching because this video is for you. Hi, I'm Brittany Rochelle. I'm an anger alchemist teaching you how to alchemize your rage to live a magnificently melanated life. And today I'm sharing with you why I believe your most revolutionary act might be between the sheets. Yeah, I said it, between the sheets. So one of the many things I learned from the late, great Audre Lorde is that the personal is political. And so often in my own journey and my own activism, I found myself standing up and advocating for the life and the dignity of Black and brown people. And yet in my own personal life, I did not really advocate or embody that kind of dignity and that kind of real humanity that I was working for politically and economically. And as Black and brown people, we know what it's like to face countless microaggressions. We know what it's like to have a double consciousness. We know what it's like to have this psychic burden and need to do mental gymnastics and being gaslit, and how exhausting that can be in an everyday life. And I think one of the most powerful revolutionary acts that Black and brown people can do is to live a joyful, magnificently melanated life, and one that really exhibits our own humanity, our own beauty, vulnerability, tenderness to ourselves first and then to each other. And I think this is actually incredibly revolutionary because the power structures and the systems of oppression in place are meant to cut us off from our own humanity, from our own dignity, and fundamentally from our own pleasure and our own vitality for life. And so finding ways to really bring in pleasure intentionally into your life is, in my opinion, a completely radical, revolutionary act. If this is resonating with you and you want to get even more free content, I invite you to check out my free ebook called Melanin: A Reclamation, where I share even more amazing pleasure practices and really powerful personal ways that you can really inhabit one of the most revolutionary things you can do in your lifetime through your own body. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that you can tap into this revolutionary power that you can do right now in the privacy of your own space. So let's get into it. Number 1 is to self-pleasure. You can also experience pleasure in your own body through gardening, if you love gardening, through taking a walk, through becoming a dog owner, which is a personal goal of mine, through really doing something as simple as dancing, doing something as simple as putting on lip gloss if you love lip gloss, or nail polish, really finding any part of your life, it does not have to be sexual, that can give you pleasure is really how you can completely own this step. Number 2 is start small. Doing something as simple as taking a 30-second break to breathe deeply and connect with your body. Doing something as simple as a 3-minute dance break before your next meeting. So often we think that it has to be some like major go to Mexico for 2 weeks or spend thousands of dollars and go on vacation and do these like really massive pleasurable things. But really, when we start small and make adding micro moments of pleasure, it's one of the most powerful and transformative ways that we can really revolutionize our own lives. So number 2 is to prioritize your pleasure. This means taking the time to make it nice. It can also be, if it's painting your nails, which is a personal favorite, this can be playing like your favorite song before or while you're painting your nails, or putting on lip gloss if you love lip gloss, or it can be wearing a really cute little workout outfit as you go walk your dog and get to spend time in nature. Even doing these really small, seemingly insignificant acts, it really changes our brain and the way that we process and understand our own pleasure. And it really tells ourselves and others that we matter, that our pleasure matters, and that being in bliss and ecstasy and vulnerability and tenderness is not only a thing that we do, but it's also something that's important and it makes it special. This can be as simple as taking 30 seconds to do a dance break or a minute to do a round of deep breathing, connecting with our body. It can be even as simple as holding ourselves and stroking ourselves and connecting with our physical bodies, maybe while listening to a D'Angelo song. Anything that you want to do, but it does not have to be an all-day event or a multiple week extravaganza. It can be something that you work into your everyday life. And number 4, and maybe the most powerful of all, is not waiting. This means not waiting until you've lost weight to buy lingerie, not waiting until you look X, Y, and Z way or have accomplished some goal that's in the future before you give yourself pleasure, before you allow yourself to enjoy your own body, your own sensuality, and your own blessing of being alive on this planet. And so when we practice not waiting, it allows ourselves and our nervous systems to be nourished and to know that we, exactly as we are worthy of pleasure and of feeling good. And I think this is incredibly revolutionary and radical, because in a system that's built on your oppression, or a system that's built on believing that you have to get X, Y, and Z thing, believing that you have to do X, Y, or Z thing, and even as Black bodies in the New World, they were seen as units of production, and so your only value is what you produce. Giving yourself pleasure and giving yourself sensuality without being tied to what you produce is incredibly powerful, and it reprograms our own mind, and then it helps trickle out to our own community that we are worthy and deserving of pleasure and of feeling good, regardless of what we do or do not do in the outside world. I know this was a longer video, but I mean, it's pleasure, so you gotta bear with me. If you enjoyed it and want to get even more, I invite you to check out my absolutely free ebook called Melanin and Reclamation. Or if you want to work with me one-on-one, maybe a lot comes up for you around pleasure, around not being able to connect with your own pleasure, around a lot of deeper issues, then I invite you to consider coaching with me, and I'll put a link of how you can get started with an absolutely free, no pressure discovery session below this video. So check it out. Let me know how it goes. I think Black pleasure matters, and Black people matter, and revolutionary acts matter, and that the personal is absolutely political. So let me know how it goes.